You're always doing 1,000 things.
Thousand.
Yeah.
One thing.
One thing on the computer? Well, what is it?
Anything.
And I find tutorials, I find like how-tos, and I find new programs and software and stuff that help me do the things that I want to do. But
Pretty much if you search for it, you can find anything on the internet. So then all the TV shows we can't really watch because we don't have a TV hooked up consistently. We could watch. Well, usually, we just find like movies and stuff, games sometimes. Because a lot of game companies are kind of so like sometimes you pirate those games. Programs like little useful utilities. Like a lot of them are really overpriced. And then textbooks, solutions to textbooks. I don't know. Other stuff, information, stuff like that. Like I read some blogs too.
The work I do, I'm most of the time coding. On a daily basis, I'll, you want to know about like programs I use, right, and things like that. There's something called like just a code editor. So like I spend most of my time on something that looks kind of like Notepad. The most important thing I'd say is having two screens so that I can have like either like documentation on the other side or like the result of what I'm doing, like a website or like the data from the latest run or something. So I'd say like that's the thing that's most changed my computer experience, having two screens, being able to see two things at the same time.
What I use most is Eclipse, which is a programming platform I use for my programming class. There's very rarely a time where I don't have access to a computer.
for communication, I actually don't communicate through the internet all that much. I don't really. I communicate with like my family and some friends from home. Really, it's like, but otherwise I prefer to just like. Especially it's so easy at college. Just like there are people around, so you don't like need it as much. I feel like. But in terms of like work, I mean, obviously we're like emailing stuff all the time to people. Like I've been doing work for other students. So I've been doing like design for Whooper a little bit. I've been doing designs for like I don't know students who are trying to start businesses and stuff. So it's like those kinds of things, as opposed to a class where you're you just like turn in your assignment, require you to use the internet a lot more. So like emailing back and forth between me and my clients. I guess is like the one way I use the internet. I have a website, but I don't really use it. I just have it. I just like have the domain name like taken so no one else can have it. But yeah, it doesn't really factor into my life yet. It will, as like that's part of my plan. Is it once I'm supposedly a professional, I'll have a website that people can like look me up on.
Yeah, I subscribe to a few forums online, but I'm a somewhat active member of that forum. Like I'll go on, sometimes I'll ask questions, sometimes I'll try to help answer some questions that people have.
Chat is just communication.
So who are you talking to? People who are here or far away or
People who aren't in my room.
what?
Yeah, I always have my iPhone on me and constantly fiddling with that.
But certain things I only do on my phone. Like I only read the news on my phone. Like when I'm just bored, I'm going through Google Reader on my phone and just reading the BBC and things like that. Or my calendar I almost always do on my phone. Or my life is basically run by this to-do list app called Things. And so like every day I just like see all the to-dos and then I organize them and I do them. And like I can assign them for future days or set a due date or things like that. So yeah, it's definitely some things are best done on the phone and not on a computer.
Well, the blogs I read are like technological, like computer technology or just technology in general. And then cars. And I also read other websites that have a lot of discussions, like sometimes politics, just random funny humor stuff.
I'd say like most of my knowledge comes from Wikipedia, not from school. Like I learn more from just like random time spent on Wikipedia than I do from most of my classes. So yeah, I just like when I want to know something, like the internet's a perfect way just to know it. And like I wasted a lot of time, but if that constitutes more of my knowledge than a lot of my classes do, that's kind of an important thing. I learn best just when I'm controlling it, not when like someone is like pushing it on me.
I find music in two ways for like my show. I find music at the radio station, which is like the old school way, which actually works really well. It's still like the record labels send us music, so we get like a big pile of new CDs every week. So that's probably that's like half of the new music is like through Kword. But I also do use, I guess, people who don't have that connection. I also use the internet, and that's an extremely popular way for people to find music. And there's like hundreds and hundreds, and probably thousands actually, probably hundreds of thousands of websites dedicated to exploring new music. So you just kind of click through it. And
I have a Nook, which is an e-reader that I've read a couple books on. It's a really good platform for reading stuff. For my Nook, I went on Google Books and downloaded a whole bunch of free books, like old classics. And I got part of the way through Flatland before I got sidetracked by work. And then I'm working my way through Einstein's theory of general relativity.
That's awesome.
Because that was also free.
My favorite thing about the internet is really just you can find anything. Like, I mean, Wikipedia is basically like the sum of human knowledge. It's pretty incredible. And then you have that, then you also have like connections to your friends through Facebook and things like that. So pretty much everything you care about in some way is on the internet. Like not nearly in its totality. I mean, you don't get like the same personal experience on Facebook that you do in person, but you can interact with any of your friends on it and in this way that you couldn't have before. I think the main challenge of the internet is honestly like if you like read things on the internet based on whether they're interesting, you're going to spend your entire life on the internet. Like I need to start forcing myself to only read something if it's useful, like if it's going to impact me in some way, because I can just spend endless amounts of time reading things that are interesting. So like